Okay, welcome everybody to Little's Lab. How's everybody doing this morning? My name is Kim. I am a community learning specialist with DoSpace, and I am coming to you from my home because we cannot be at DoSpace to bring you Little's Lab. We have this every Tuesday and Saturday, and so this is our Tuesday morning one, and we are in a brand new month, which means that we kind of have a brand new theme or kind of set of um, activities or similar things that we're going to talk about. So I might not do every week in April with things that are specific, but I still want to talk about our theme every week. So our theme this month is let's make. So what does that mean to you? Let's make. What do you guys like to make? What are some things that you like to make? It can be anything, right? You can, maybe it's making things with, stuff you have around the house. Do you like to make with blocks or Legos? Making can involve cooking or baking. That's making. Making can involve like creating things. So, like for example, I like to knit and crochet. So I with needles, like these needles, and hook and yarn, I kind of create fabrics like hats or scarves, things like that. So that's kind of my maker thing. What are some things that you like to make? I mean, it could really be anything. There's so many things that you can make. If you feel up to it, please put it in the chat. We have one friend that says that they like to make a mess, which I get that. Sometimes it's fun to make a mess, right? But it's good to clean up afterwards, right? Yeah. Especially now, people are at home. You have all your toys and fun things. Oh, we have Carson saying that they like to play with block towers. Yes, that is so good. That's such good making. We are going to read a story that kind of talks about a kitty cat who makes some things with some blocks, special blocks. So yeah, it's fun to make things with blocks. Nice. Anything else? That's okay if you don't. Oh, ooh, our friend Lexi likes to write books. That's a great thing to make. Absolutely. That's awesome. That's such good creativity. And I say kudos to you because writing has never been a skill of mine. So I think that's a very admirable skill to have. So that's awesome. Good job, Lexi. So yeah, there's so many things. I see a raised hand from Morgan, and I bet Morgan likes to make something. If you want to add it to our chat, you can do that too, or put it in our Q&A. I think our Q&A might be up as well. So yeah, so perfect. Well, that is kind of what we're going to be kind of our theme this month is going to be let's make. And so today, like I said, we are going to read a story about a cat named Mr. King, and he needs to make a castle with some blocks, and we're going to see what happens like with what kind of blocks he makes his castle out of. And then I'm going to feature an app called Tiggly Chefs, and we are going to be using our numbers, doing a little bit of counting and addition where we add things together. Like if we were adding the fingers to our hands, how many fingers do we have on one hand? We have 5, right? And then how many fingers do we have on our second hand? We have 5, right? So if we add them together, we know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fingers. So adding things together in 2 groups and seeing how many you have all together. But we are going to be making some really interesting recipes with this app today. So we'll see what we come up with. Perfect. So I'm going to start with our calendar because our calendar is so good to help us with our numbers, our days of the week, even some letters. So I am going to share with you our calendar right now. And we are going to a website called Starfall. And Starfall is just really great because it has a lot of free activities for a lot of ages and, helps with all sorts of different kind of learning things. So I'm going to go to our calendar. And usually if we were at Do Space, we'd be sitting in front of a huge kind of touchscreen monitor or like touchscreen TV sort of. And I would have our kiddos, I'd have you guys, my friends, help me by coming up and touching different things on our, on my screen. But since you can't do that, I'm gonna have you help me pretend. Can you guys pretend with me? I'm gonna have you guys pretend with me and help me out by pretending that you are, I want you to touch the screen. I'm going to be actually moving things along, but I want you guys to help me out. Can you guys think you can do that? I think so. Perfect. So the first thing we are going to do, you should be seeing a kind of like a triangle, almost like a play button right in the middle of your screen. Can you touch that for me? Come help me and touch that for me as well. So we are in a month, a brand new month. We're in our kind of first week, and our month starts, who knows what the month starts with? What is that letter that our month starts with? It is the very first letter in that very first word. It's also the very first letter in our alphabet. What letter is that, friends? Guess what letter is that? Yeah, is it our letter A? Yeah, it's our letter A. Perfect. Lexi knew our letter A. Perfect. Yeah, it's A. And our month is called April. We are in the month of April. April. So that is our month we are in, and we are in the year 2022. So 2020. Okay, can you guys help me out again? See that arrow in the bottom right corner that our hand is pointing to? Can you help me and push that as well? Yeah, go ahead and touch that. And it is going to bring up our calendar. And we have 7 days of the week that we repeat every week and every month that we go through. Should we say our 7 days of the week all together? Let's say them all together, and let's start with Sunday. So there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Good job. And who knows our day of the week today? What is our day of the week today? On your screen, you should see it. Our hand is pointing to it. It starts with our letter T, comes after Monday and before Wednesday. Does anybody know? That's okay if you don't. Sometimes we're still learning our days of the week, right? So yeah, so our day of the week today is Tuesday. We are on Tuesday. So can you guys go ahead, touch that Tuesday where that hand is pointing. Go ahead and touch that golden Tuesday. Let's touch our Tuesday for us. So today is Tuesday. That's our day of the week. Our month is called April. Starts with our letter A. And then our date today is that number. So you can see on our calendar, it has that big purple star on it too. And you can either write it in the chat or say it with your grown-up. What number is that? What number is that? That is our date with our big purple star on it. Is it our number 7? Trying to get into the screen. There we go. Yeah, it is our number 7. So today is the nice. Oh, we had some people know. Yeah. Oh, Chris, Lexi knew it was Tuesday. We had Carson, Celeste. They knew it. Today was the 7th. Yeah. So today is the 7th day of April. So we've been in April for 1 full week. Perfect. Can you guys touch that green arrow for us in the bottom corner again? Touch that green arrow for us one more time. Excellent. And then can you guys help me? Can we move our Tuesday? Help me go ahead and move that. Oh, I'm going to do it with my other hand so I'm not in the camera. So how about let's put our Tuesday where it needs to go in our day of the week. And then can you help me move our 7? Let's move our 7, our 7th day of April where it needs to go in our month. Perfect. Good job. Okay. Can you guys touch that green arrow for me one more time? Touch that green arrow for me one more time. So this is our month of April, and we have some kind of fun days and some holidays going on in our month of April. So on Wednesday, April 1st, the very first day of April, it's kind of a funny day. It's a funny day. It is called April Fool's Day. Do you guys know what April Fool's Day is? April Fool's Day is a day where you have to be careful because people might pull pranks or tell jokes and kind of trick you a little bit. It's kind of a tricky day. It's a tricksy day. So people sometimes pull pranks or do tricks on people. You have to be careful that somebody's not trying to trick you. So that is April 1st. That was April Fool's Day. And then on Thursday, April 9th, in 2 days, on the 9th day or our 9th day, it is Passover. Does anybody celebrate Passover? Who celebrates Passover? So that is on Tuesday, April 9th. We have a couple of holidays that I'm going to kind of book together. They're Friday on our 10th day of April, and the 12th day is Good Friday and Easter. Do you guys celebrate Good Friday or Easter? Yeah, those are fun days, good holidays. So you might celebrate Good Friday or Easter. Nice. And then on Wednesday, we have a lot going on in our month of April, a lot going on. So on Wednesday, the 22nd, or 2-2, when we have a 2 after a 2, that is 22, or 22nd day of April is Earth Day. So Earth Day is where we celebrate our Earth. So we try and do things that help our Earth. We try and recycle more, and maybe we don't leave the faucet running as we're brushing our teeth. We might plant some flowers or some plants outside, maybe pick up trash and throw it away in the trash can, helping out things to help out our Earth, because we got to help out our Earth, right? It's important. That's where we live. So that's Earth Day. And then our last kind of holiday in April is on Friday, April 24th, where 2 is in front of a, there we go, 2 is in front of a 4. Trying to get into the camera. There we go. And so on our 24th, and that is when Ramadan begins. Does anybody celebrate Ramadan? Yeah, that is when Ramadan begins. Perfect. So I know everybody has a birthday, right? I have a birthday, you have a birthday. But does anybody have a birthday in our month of April? I'm looking for friends who have birthdays in our month of April. Does anybody have a birthday in a month of April? And if you don't, that's okay, because not everybody celebrates their birthday every month. That's why it's special, because it's yearly. So it doesn't look like we have any April birthdays. That's okay. Well, I'm going to put a piece of cake on today's date, because I think, you know what? It's always good to have a piece of cake, in my opinion. So I'm putting a piece of cake on Tuesday. Perfect. Well, friends, thanks for helping me out with our calendar. We are going to move on to our story. So that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that, friends. Okay, we are going to change up what I am showing you. Okay, so I'm going to change up to an app called, where are we at? Epic. It's really great. It's a really good app that has a whole bunch of stories on it. And so today's story we are going to be reading is Mr. King's Castle. He's a cat. And so he wants to build himself a big castle. And so we are going to see what he uses to make his castle. So let's see how Mr. King makes his castle. Mr. King lives on top of a big hill, and he wants to build himself a big castle. Mr. King likes big things. How do you think he's going to build himself a big castle? Chop, chop, chop. Mr. King starts chopping off blocks to build his castle. He is too busy to notice the big hole he is leaving behind. What is he making his blocks out of? Is he making his blocks out of the hillside? How do you think that's going to turn out if the hillside is all full of blocks or all full of holes? Let's find out. Chop, chop, chop. Mr. King's friends come running. What is that noise? What are these holes? What are these blocks? Do his friends look happy? I don't know. They kind of look concerned, right? Mr. King is too busy to hear them. Block by block, bit by bit, his castle is getting bigger and bigger. Look at his big castle made by the hillside. Mr. King chops until there is nothing left to chop, and builds until there's nothing left to build with. Then he stops and looks proudly looks out his window. I mean, that's a pretty good castle, right? What? Do you think his friends are happy about it, though? There isn't much of a view, says Mr. King, because the hillside's all gone. He chopped it all up for his castle. Down below, his friends are grumbling. What happened to the hill? Asked Bert our bear to text the fox. What happened to my favorite napping spot? Asked Harriet the owl. Where are the flowers? Wondered old Jim Elk. And what happened to the grass I eat? Asked PJ Rabbit. And where is our secret stash of nuts? Cried Skit and Scat the squirrels. Oh my gosh. There's so many things missing now that the hill's gone. One by one, they gathered under the castle window. Everyone is staring at Mr. King. Oh, sorry about that. Everyone is staring at Mr. King. And suddenly, he feels very small. Uh-oh. That was a big mistake, he said after a while. Maybe I should put everything back. Yay! All his friends jump up to help. Together, they start taking down the big castle, block by block, bit by bit. That was really nice of Mr. King, wasn't it? He was considerate of his friends. He wanted to make sure that his friends had a hill to play with as well. And block by block, bit by bit, they put everything back just like it was before. Do you think that would be hard? I think it might be tricky trying to put everything back like it was before. But it looks like they're doing it. Well, almost like it was before. There's one piece left, says Mr. King. But I don't know where it fits. What shall we do with it? After whispering to the others, Tex says, close your eyes. We have an idea. What do you think they're going to do with that extra block? What do you think? Let's see. And when Mr. Block opens his eyes, his friends sing out, surprise! What did they do? They cut up that extra block and they made him a castle for Mr. King. Tonight in his small castle, Mr. King is going to have a big party. Nice. Well, that was so nice of He did something for his friends and his friends did something for him. But yeah, so the fun thing is that kind of the shapes that he made are just like building blocks a lot of you guys have. Have you guys ever made a castle out of building blocks or maybe some towers? I know I have before. Nice. Well, I think it's fun because kind of talks, you kind of think about, he used kind of like an unusual material to make something. And so sometimes that's what you have to do, right? Sometimes you have to go around your house and figure out, what can I make something out of? Sometimes it's just funny things around the house. Well, perfect. Well, thanks for helping me out with my book. We are going to change over to another app. And I think we had some extra friends come in. And so if any of our friends that came in kind of after I made this announcement, we are doing a similar program as we did this past Saturday. So we're going to be doing the same app as we did this past Saturday. And it is this app, and it's called Tiggly Chef Edition. So you guys are...
Well, what
we are going to press this play button. We are going to make some things. So I'm going to...
I am the master chef of Tigglytown. Do you think you have what it takes to help me in my kitchen?
What do you think?
I have confidence in you that one day you can be a great chef. Take this bowl and let's get started.
Ooh, should we help out the master chef of Tigglytown? Let's see what we can make.
What are you waiting for? Take this bowl and let's go. Create your own recipe.
So these are some of the recipes we've already made. They are some funny recipes. Let's move on and see what else we can make.
For pineapple
We
rings.
need to start out with 4 pineapple rings. So we need to add those to the bowl. But I'm going to add them one by one. Let's add them one by one and count them as we add them. There's 1.
1. And 1 more.
2, or 1 and 1 more.
And 1 more. And 1 more makes 4 altogether.
So 1 plus 1 plus 1
1
plus 1 equals
hot
4.
pepper.
We only need to add in 1 hot pepper. So let's add in, and you guys can help me too. Let's add in that 1 hot pepper.
1.
1 equals 1, right?
1 chocolate square.
1 chocolate square? What could we be making with pineapples and hot chili peppers and a chocolate square?
1. Very good. 4 jelly beans.
4 jelly beans. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to add in 2. I'm going to add in our first 2. 1, 2 jelly beans.
2.
So how many do we have left, friends? How many jelly beans do we have left? We have 1, 2. So if we add in our next 2.
And 2 more makes 4
We
altogether.
have 4 jelly beans all together.
3 eggs.
We need 3 eggs. Oh my goodness, what are we going to make? Well, I'm going to add in 1 egg.
1.
And then how many do I have left? Do I have 2? Which equals to be?
And 2 more makes 3 altogether.
Oh my goodness, what are we going to make? What did we just make? Let's find out.
Presenting hot egg sundae lickety split.
Hot egg sundae lickety split. Is that something you guys would eat? I don't know if I would. It kind of sounds interesting, right? But it's always good to try new things. Should we try one more recipe? Let's try one more recipe.
Create your own. 3 carrots.
Okay. So we need to add 3 carrots. So I'm gonna now highlight the carrots or highlight the ingredients, and you maybe share with your friends or your family how many I'm highlighting. So, how many carrots do I have highlighted? Do I have 2? That's right.
2.
And then how many do we have left? How many do we have left? That is right. We have
And
1.
1 more makes 3 altogether. 5 chocolate squares.
5 chocolate squares. A lot more chocolate and carrots. That's crazy. Okay, you let me know how many I'm highlighting. Things went kind of
4.
crazy. I highlighted 4 of our chocolate squares. So how many do we have left? How many do we have? Just 1?
And 1 more makes 5 altogether. 3 jelly beans.
3 jelly beans. How many do I have highlighted? Just 1, right?
1.
So how many do I have left to make 3? 2. That is right.
And 2 more makes 3 altogether. You're a marvelous adder. 4 Brussels sprouts.
4 Brussels sprouts with chocolate and carrots and jelly beans? Oh my goodness, what could we be making? Okay, friends. How many do I have highlighted? So it looks like, there we go. I have 1, 2, 3. Let's put those in the
3.
bowl. Then, how many do we have left? 1, right?
And 1 more makes 4 altogether. 2 strawberries.
2 strawberries. So we have, how many do I have highlighted? I got 1 highlighted. Let's
1.
add that to the bowl. How many do we have left? That's 1.
And 1 more makes 2 altogether.
Let's see what we made with all of these interesting ingredients. Brussels sprouts, carrots, chocolate, strawberries. Let's see what we made.
Hokey Pokey Chocolate Shuffle.
Hokey Pokey Chocolate Shuffle. That sounds weird and yet delicious. Okay. So friends,
What
I
are
think we
you
are
waiting for?
just about
Takes
out
us for
of
it to go.
time. So I'm going to go about getting back to me. So friends, thank you so much for joining me for Little's Lab today. Oh man, we had so many people join in. I love that. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be doing a different story and a different app on Saturday. So if you join us on Saturday, we'll be reading another story and doing a different activity with our app. So, but I want to challenge you, see what you can make this week. What can you make at home? You know, it's a good time to try new things. And the great thing about making these things is that a lot of the time, there's no wrong way to do it. You know, it's just about using your imagination and tinkering and seeing what works and what doesn't. You know, it involves some problem solving, which is a good skill to learn. And you know, the great thing about it is, will things always work out the way you think? No, and that's okay. That is okay if things don't work because you can always change things and do things a little bit different to see if you can make it the way you want it to work. So make some stuff, see what you can create. Maybe like our Tiggly Chef, you can make some interesting recipes, try some interesting cooking, try some building, or, you know, maybe challenge yourself if maybe mom and dad can find 5 items around the house and you have to make something with those 5 items. See what you can do. Okay, well, friends, thank you so much for joining us for Little's Lab. Again, I'm Kim, and hopefully you can join us for another one next time. So have a good day, everybody, and we will see you later.